Hello, my name is Ralf Friedrichs. I'm an addiction recovery coach and the host of the Take Your Life Back Today show. As an addiction recovery coach, I'm going to share something with you. Let me be crystal clear to leave an everlasting impact upon you. Just imagine being buried alive. You're in a coffin, but you know you're not dead. You don't know how to get out of that coffin. You tried lifting the lid, but the enormous weight upon the lid prevents you from opening the coffin to get out. You tried banging on the lid to maybe unsettle the dirt so someone on top may notice and start digging their way down towards you. This is what it's like to find yourself at the lowest point of alcohol and drug addiction. You know you need help, you know you can't do it on your own, but you don't know where to turn. In reality, there are probably people standing by your grave. You just don't know that. You just think you're going to die. Usually, though, people don't think about death when they're habitually abusing drugs and alcohol. In order to feed an addiction, you have to be great at repressing the fear of death. I often ask you, my audience, did it ever cross your mind while you're abusing drugs and alcohol that maybe, just maybe, you might overdose and take something that was given to you by God called life? That's a selfish act, isn't it? But more selfishly, to take a life away from the people that love and count on you each and every day, people like your mother, your father, your husband, your wife, your brother, your sister, your children, and even your grandchildren away, is the most selfish thing in the world. With this, let me leave one last thought. Don't be like the person I'm reading about on these index cards that waited and waited and waited until it was way too late to get help. Pick up the phone and call me at 844-405-HELP and let me help you take your life back, for your life is gone. People like Larry Geist with 30 years experience as a life coach and addiction recovery coach can be reached at 516-458-2741. Larry Geist from the Geist Academy, 516-458-2741. Or you can find him at www.odysseyconsultant.org. Larry Geist from the Geist Academy, 516-458-2741. Folks, as usual, when you take your slippers off at night, don't put them by the edge of your bed. Instead, stick them way under your bed. Then in the morning, when God allows you to wake up to see the beautiful stream and waterfall behind me, He will guide you to drop to your knees to retrieve those slippers, because they're under your bed because you left them there last night. Because every night you're going to do that. You're going to put them under your bed, and every morning you're going to drop to your knees and retrieve them. Here is the thing. When you drop to your knees to retrieve your slippers, use a thing that I call knee mail. K-N-E-E mail. Knee mail is your personal relationship, your personal communication line between you and God each and every morning. That is the time where you want to ask God for guidance and direction, mercy and forgiveness. When you want to thank God for your health, your food, your home, your relationship. It's the time where you and God get to communicate each and every day. Whatever you say from your lips go to God's ears each and every day, and knee mail is the best time to do that. Put your slippers on, stand straight up, and walk with God 24/7. Let's talk about family values today. Family values involve all ideas of how you want to live your family life. They are often passed down from previous generations. They can help define behavior in various situations, help youth make good choices, and solidify the bond that your family has. If your family doesn't already have these values in place, know that it's never too late to start making the value list. Types of values. Although every family list of values will be different, there are different categories of values that tend to be similar. Social values consist of things like peace, justice, freedom, equality, and bettering our community. Examples of socialism values include not hurting others and also standing up for those who cannot stand up for themselves, being respectful and courteous in your interactions, volunteering time and skills in your community, being generous and with what you have and being honest with others, participating in teamwork whenever possible. Political values, although being liberal, conservative, or moderate may determine your opinion on how the government should run and the laws should be enacted. There are certain political values that remain constant across political parties. American values include the following: exceptionalism, that America is a land of limitless opportunities and as such has a duty to act as an example to other countries. Capitalism and private ownership of property, patriotism, treating everyone equally regardless of ethnicity, race, religion, or sexual orientation. And you might want to start being open-minded to new things. Following the law and respecting those who enforce it. Working hard for success. You want to respect religious views, religious values center around expectations that people have about themselves and others based on their beliefs and their faiths. Although each faith has its beliefs, there are common values that many faiths tend to share. Examples of religion values include the following: showing compassion to those in need, treating others as one would like to be treated, continually learning and growing both spiritually and intellectually, being modest in your relationships with others, being respectful and nonviolent when interacting with others are values to be followed. Then you want to enact in your family work values. Work values include such things as your ideas about your job, your finances, how to spend your money. For children, these values include how they approach school and their education. Example of values include the following: always doing your best work, working in a team, saving a portion of your salary and allowance, finding opportunities to express your ideas and creativity, being proud of your achievement, making education a priority, keeping in mind that part of your job plays in society, treating co-workers, fellow students, customers, and authority figures the way you would want to be treated. And then you want to instill moral values. Moral values are your individual values about what you think is right and wrong. Moral values provide the foundation from which you make decisions each and every day. Moral values are learned from your parents and your experiences in life. Examples of moral values include the following, folks: being honest and trustworthy, a huge one; being courageous, never ever giving up; adding value to the world; being patient with people, taking personal responsibility, and then you want to instill in your family values recreational values. Recreational values refers to anything that involves fun and play. Recreation is important in the family because it fosters closeness, bonds in the family, opportunities for learning, creating memories, improving social skills, and developing empathy. Examples would be the following: providing unstructured playtime, having family game nights, allowing and encouraging each family member to pursue interests, taking vacations together, spending time together outside playing together. Tips for making your family list. Sitting down as a family and coming up with a list of values can seem like a daunting task. However, I'm here to tell you, know that there is not one right way to come up with your list, and there is not a wrong way. Start by calling a family meeting, getting an input from each and every family member. Know that it may take several meeting sessions to get all the thoughts down. However, in the end, you'll have a list that it truly reflects your family. The following tips should help you develop a list that you and your kids can stand by. Consider writing a mission statement that addresses your core family value, whether it be peaceful, resolving conflict, being kind, loyal, and hardworking. Talk about your family. What things are most important to your family? What are the strengths of your family? What words and phrases best describe your family? Write down each and everything. You can always go back and narrow the list later. The first session is about brainstorming. Allow everyone to think about it for a while before reconvening to agree on a list. Stick to 10 major ideas. Your final list will have more or less, but 10 is a workable number to aim for, and it's not overwhelming. Display your list. Hang your value list somewhere where it will be seen every day, like the refrigerator. Refer to the list when things happen. Use your family list of values as a teaching tool each and every day. Rewrite the list as necessary. The list may grow, evolve over time, just as your family changes in time. There are many additional resources for creating family values and many different methods for doing so. The toolkit is extremely comprehensive, providing step-by-step instructions for not only creating a family values list, but rescheduling regular family meetings, creating daily checklists, and discussing family history. There are sample questions to help you create to determine that. So go and Google that, and you can find it. Creating a positive family culture provides step-by-step instruction for writing a family mission statement, basically another term for values list. Also, there are samples of different mission statements within there. It is up to you to come up with the questions if you cannot find them. Determining your core values takes an approach of figuring out your values based on what you would like to pass down to your children. It gives you step-by-step instructions for developing family value lists, as well as examples of values from different categories such as a character, relationship, and spiritual, etc. Examples. Defining family value takes a bit of a different approach, advocating for writing down and coming up with activities and then keeping track of the time spent on each and every activity. The idea is to determine if your time is actually well spent with your priorities. Here are some samples. Although every family list of values will be different, the following is an example of a family list. Following guidelines of religion. Discuss right and wrong with modern values, clash with traditional values, spend time together as a family, but also as pursuing individual interests. Live by these values each and every day. Make the list. Remember, folks, I keep a hard copy of every single show that I do, so give me a call at 844-405-HELP, and I will give you a copy of this, because when I read from the teleprompter, it goes very quick. So if you need a copy, call me at 844-405-HELP, and together you and I can set up family values within our own family to help each and all bring down to our children the things that we expect them to be raised by. Utilize a family meal once or twice a week as a template to start family values within your own home, and may God bless you.